All right. Next artist is actually from Romania. From Texas to Romania. Is it Doru Butz? Or Doru Butz? I'm not sure. I'm not very good with names that I didn't grow up with. Cool name, though. So this portfolio is quite vast. This guy has actually been around for a while. He was one of the first. I don't know if anyone remembers this. Super cool. Super, super cool. T's trying to run Antics out of business. How curious. You sent me a curated link? Is that what you did? Oh, okay, hang on here. You didn't want me to look at all of your stuff? So for people who did not know, the curated link can be nice. It's either how you do your portfolio, or like if you wanted to control what people are seeing. The thing with the curated link is most of the time that I've seen people doing a portfolio viewing from Artstation is they'll just go in and grab this and put it here and then see your whole portfolio. But this looks nice. Let's check out the environments. Okay, so you've got 4 environments in this setup. You've got props. Very good. The highlight's not bugging me because I can just move my mouse away and see everything. Normally I would say I don't know about the highlight. No, that makes sense. Removing your old stuff. So you're using your portfolio as like an archive as well. And then you're actually using your Artstation as like a... Just know everyone will go to your... They'll go far enough back and look at your stuff. So, okay, let's start with this prison interior here. Overall, this looks pretty cool. It's very lit. Like all the lights are on. So there's not really like a story being told here. At least from what I can see. Like, there's one light out. Like having lights out and maybe something that tells you what's going on in the space. And then also the other thing is the way that stuff is modeled kind of confuses the scale. Like you can't really walk on this very easily without like, I don't know, without tripping. Like I feel like my feet would get caught in that. And then the stairs are long, but oh, from this view I see it too. It might be the FOV. It might be stretching it. The stairs do look a little on the long side. And with the ground, it feels very modular. And I like to see when people can make something modular, but they can mask it at least to every other tile. I don't know if that's how you built the floor, though. I'm assuming so. Because, dude, those bolts are huge. So I think the biggest issue with this scene is this scale. Yeah. Do the arrow keys work in here? No, they don't. Okay. Okay. So let's look at the cyberpunk alleyway. So this one's pretty cool. Yeah, state of free. I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't looked into it. So this spot right here feels awesome. I don't know, like it's really interesting seeing like a curved, like a cylindrical shape at the base of a building. It is pretty intriguing. Oh man, in motion this feels really nice as well. Yeah, Tisha's right on the So like down here is the perfect excuse to place like you have a bottle here, maybe even putting a bottle here, just breaking that line, or like a newspaper that's kind of melted into the crack there. It's kind of like because the paper's wet and stuff, and it just kind of folds into that space. Just some stuff to put in there. Cigarette butts, all that, those little details. This is cool though. Scale. The doorway feels a little narrow. I like the logo up here. I almost feel like that logo would be floating further out. Not like holographic or anything, but like think about someone walking past and needing to know that that is an entryway into Lady Luck. Yeah, dude, the details are really interesting here. This intriguing materials and lighting is pretty cool. It's like that purple and the blues, and that's cool. The crack on the ground here is a little like even. Like, is that a place decal? The roughness in this spot as well is very like uniform. I don't know. It's telling me that a light is right here or something, or maybe like right here. This is their first Unreal Engine scene, dude. That's crazy. This looks great, man. Oh, look at that. There's a light. There's a light. Okay. I mean, it's not. Oh yeah, so it is a projected decal. 30,000 triangles. Yeah, I would say just a little extra geometry on those corners. Oh man. Mm-hmm. Maybe a little too dirty. Like I'd put the dirtiness where on the edges when it's in the albedo, and then leave it for the roughness to take care of it in these areas, in the bigger broad areas. Yeah, this breakdown's really nice though. And then we'll look at this steampunk one too. So overall, I really liked this one. When you added the signage and stuff like that, like this stuff, it really brings into perspective the scale of things. It does look a little stylized, but I think it's more like stylized in its scale and stuff like that. But everything is kind of singing like shapes and details. Like the size of bevels is pretty uniform where bevels are apparent. The lighting is pretty spot on. That brick looks really sick. Yeah, I mean all this stuff is really cool, and I like the attention to detail and like the roughness of the cables. It's not just a cable. Like you see how much the roughness breaks up the surface there. It's nice. It's nice. So let's see here. We'll look at this one. So this one's really interesting. Yeah, you like the pipes coming out of the side? Dude, it's the coolest way to like cut a diorama. So this looks pretty awesome. I think, let's see here. I think the trees could probably use some shape variety. Like for composition purposes, you could probably make this back tree over here maybe about that tall. So it's bigger. That way you're kind of getting this like, let's see here. I'm just gonna, sorry, I'm clicking like a shiz ton. That way you're getting this like, so here's this, getting this shape. Like see the shadow here? I don't know if you know it or did that intentionally, but like, oh, interesting. Wait, what is that binary? I'm not actually familiar with that. But do you see how like everything is kind of like doing this? So anything you can do to emphasize that, like maybe lowering that rock. And then bringing this side up. Oh, those are weird, man. Those are weird. I know. I know what those are. I know those are now. Man, that's a weird. That's a weird tree. Um. Yeah. So interesting. I like the ground breakup. It feels like maybe it could use a bit more. Well, I don't know. You don't want it to distract you from the centerpiece, right? Um, let's see what's going on here. That's a very odd. It's a strange angle to start in. I see what you're doing with the coming out of the plants though. So with these videos, I've said this a lot, right, in other portfolio reviews. But see how you've started with the camera not moving and then you start the move? It'd be stronger if it started in motion. Like once the video is faded in, maybe you've got some details that you can't really tell what they are panning, and it's like the side of a rock, and maybe where it meets the ground. So then you start seeing little pebbles, and then you get the reveal where the grass shows up just for a second, just to reveal this shot. But you see, like, everything's in motion, and then you stop the motion here, and then you fade to black, and then you start a shot that's not moving again. Woogie, what's up, man? So once you start motion in the composition of shot to shot when you're showing a scene in a video like this, you want to stay consistent in the motion speed, and try to make the direction of the motion not too jarring. Like if you're going left and then you have it fade to a shot going right at the same speed, that screws with people. You can make a video that screws with people. This is cool though. I mean, I like it. Just small little pointers for you. The trees, I think, are a little too flat on the cards in this. I mean, they don't look as flat in this. In the final images down here, there's a point where they don't look as flat, which is actually kind of interesting. Like those ones. Let's see if I can. So of all your tree versions, I like these ones the most. Where do we got at here? And I think maybe like they're not really going for the look that they're not the look that you were going for in your based off of your reference. But I think scattering those leaves out a little broader would probably do it. Because then you can still maintain that look, you know? Like if you just like, let me just screw this up, hang on. So if it's just wider, then it would probably sell it. Because like I really like how voluminous this one looks, whereas the other ones kind of look a little, they look flat in the way that they're presented. And then I guess this is fine. It's just showing your assets that you used. They're pretty clumped together, but I don't know if separating them out adds too much. Yeah, it's cool. Did you use the, this looks like you used the ivy generator and then just remove the leaves. It's pretty cool though. Let's look at your props really fast here. It was Speed Tree? Interesting. So let's look at the Wild West Challenge and then I'll have to move on because there's a lot of stuff in your portfolio. This looks pretty cool. So you made this, but you made the whole scene to support it? That's pretty hardcore, man. The mud on the tires, or wheels, I should say, look freaking great. And the direction of the, like, mud on the sides here looks pretty awesome. I think having it go up here a little bit, just a little bit of splatter, would go a long way. Dude, your materials on this are really cool. Procedural texturing and no UVs. Moto. Sick. Baller. Yeah, that's dope, man. Really nice detailed miniature for some reason. Is this is procedurally textured as well? Nice, man. Took that Tor Frick lesson and went with it. That's a good tutorial, man. Everything is, man, that's awesome. That's great, dude. No UVs, guys. No UVs. So you even made the mud. Interesting. That's pretty cool, man. Oh, I really like this. This could be its own thing. So I guess the noise on the edge here bugs me a little bit, just because it doesn't have that same kind of resolution to it that everything else seems to have. So the mud's a texture. You lied. You lied to me. This is awesome, man. Yeah, you've definitely gotten better and better. You couldn't get Moto to do transparency? Interesting. Oh, the alpha is a texture. I see, I see. Not procedurally. That, yeah. So this is rendered in Moto, right? All right, cool. Yeah, so it's rendered in Moto. Boiled Spud, thank you for the follow. Welcome. It's a quiet evening tonight, guys. Later, Rusty. Thanks for coming by, man. All right. So I do need to move on, but your portfolio is pretty solid, man. Are you you're looking for opportunities? What? What? Someone grab this man. Someone grab him. Grab him for his skills. Anywho, dope stuff, man. Answer the question you asked? Oh, God. Okay. Oh, no. I just minimized everything. Wiggle it all back. There we go. Where are we at here? What do you think my weaknesses are that I should focus on improving? So that last scene we looked at, you're pretty employable as far as I'm concerned. Anything I should trim from my portfolio? Okay, so weakest thing, and then what you should trim from your portfolio. So for that, I'm gonna need an overview look, of course. So we're gonna look at it like this. Well, we can't. We gotta look at it like this. So I would take this out just because scale issues. And it feels older compared to these three for some reason, even though you said this is your first one. That Wild West one should probably be on your front page, man. I know it's not like it's suffering from the fact that you had environments and props and you split them apart. Like, I would frame this image so it looks more like it's about the environment, and then when they see this, they'll go to it anyways. Because this is really strong. Other than that, I mean, maybe you could remove this one because this one's more compelling if you wanted to keep a weapon. I think your weakness right now is maybe like, there's nothing in here that's really showing me how much you understand scale. because everything's slightly exaggerated and the scales are just slightly off from each other. But what you're building kind of like implies that they're supposed to be like that, so it doesn't really come off as like that's wrong. It just leaves the question unanswered. Does that answer your questions? That's my, I hope, face. Yeah, that coach is sick, huh? Let's see here. Dude, I still have scale issues from time to time. You have to constantly be focusing on it, or else it'll like slip away from you. All right, we got one more portfolio, and then we're going to the Discord critiques. I'm actually really liking the Discord critiques because not as many people are applying because of the form process. That could be bad, but I like it because it's allowing me to focus on very key things that require a little bit of exercise or a deeper discussion on the topic. Anywho, I will be right back, and then next portfolio coming up.